Ever been at a family dinner expecting mashed potatoes and suddenly someone drops a truth bomb that changes the whole mood? That sinking silence, that's what just swept over Hollywood. Reports say Alicia Keys is breaking her silence on how the custody of her kids is unfolding after rumors of a divorce from Swizz Beatz started swirling. Imagine TV dinner comfort until someone grabs the gravy boat and slams it down. That's the vibe here, cozy family image, now splintering under spotlight drama.
When she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
Reports say this spark came from a single late-night social media post by a mid-tier gossip blogger with just enough credibility to make people lean in. The claim that Alicia Keys was preparing to walk away from her 15-year marriage to Swizz Beatz.
He wanted to know why I couldn't go see him at his dad's, and why can't his dad come over and see his bedroom at our house. It was really a wake-up call. Even if we don't want to for ourselves right now, we have to do it for him because he doesn't deserve it.
What made the rumor explode wasn't just the content, it was the timing. This wasn't dropped in the middle of a quiet month. It came right after Alicia and Swizz had posted heartfelt anniversary tributes, complete with throwback photos, love-filled captions, and fan-favorite family shots. The contrast was like watching a romantic movie and having the real cut to a courtroom drama halfway through. Rumors on the street say fans didn't even have time to process the sweetness of the anniversary before the sour hit their feeds.
People are forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
One moment, people were sharing comments like relationship goals, and the next they were asking, was all of that a cover? That whiplash set the tone for everything that followed and made the idea of divorce feel more like a storyline twist than a slow drift apart. If the divorce rumor was the match, the custody talk was the gasoline. Reports say gossip pages didn't linger on the Dush. Are they or aren't they? Staged for long, within hours, the narrative shifted toward the children. Who would they live with?
We hang out with each other. We go to dinner together. Our family is one big, beautiful family. We're doing Thanksgiving. We're doing the holidays. We'll do a birthday celebration together. It is a beautiful partnership. I'm very, very proud of that. It's a real thing and it's possible.
Where would they go to school? Would the family still appear at events together? Rumors on the street say Alicia was painted as quietly maneuvering behind the scenes, not in a messy way, but in a strategic, protective way, lining up plans to keep her son's life stable no matter what happened. What made it even more jarring was that in public, she and Swizz were still attending events together, smiling for the cameras and sharing the occasional lighthearted social media post. It was like watching someone hold a champagne flute in one hand and a stack of legal documents in the other. Impossible to reconcile, but impossible to look away from. And in the world of celebrity gossip, once the conversation turns to custody, it's no longer just about romance, it's about identity, image, and control.
You never hear nothing bad about Alicia Keys.
Yeah, you do.
What do you
Y'all just don't hear nothing about
it. I thought her record was pretty clean.
No. Not around with Swizz and not breaking up happy homes. Like people.
The timeline made no sense, and that's exactly what fueled the fire. One day, Alicia and Swizz were posting about their shared milestones using words like forever and gratitude. The next, rumor accounts were claiming lawyers had been contacted and custody arrangements were being drafted. Rumors on the street say this emotional about phase had fans refreshing feeds hourly, hoping for clarity. Some clung to the anniversary posts as proof the rumors were false, while others insisted the very need for such public displays hinted at trouble brewing behind the scenes. The whole situation felt like being at a concert where the band thanks the crowd, promises an encore, and then the lights just come on. You leave wondering if you missed something or if everyone else knows a part of the story you don't. That confusion kept people talking, and in celebrity media, confusion is currency. It keeps the narrative alive far longer than a clean, simple truth ever could.
Did you like know each other before?
Her best friend was a rapper in my class, and she used to always tell me like, man, you gotta meet Ali, you gotta meet Ali. She's doing music, you doing music. And one day she finally came to pick up from school, And she was like, Swizz, come here, this is Ali, that's what I'm talking about. And I remember her having on a purple Columbia jacket, Tim Scully. I mean, she looked harder than me. I was like, okay, you know. Yeah, so that was the first time, but I didn't get the number at that time. She was playing very hard to get.
Yeah.
But I finished.
You know, I did the work on myself first. I connected more deeply with my son. And then it was time for me to rebuild the relationship with Swizz. And I reached out to him. I said, listen, we need to talk because...
How long had it been that you hadn't
Well, we got
communicated?
divorced in 2010. That first talk was probably around 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
A long time.
It is. It
Yeah.
was a good solid year.
Alicia Keys' public image as a co-parent has long been a jewel in her crown. She and Swizz Beatz famously blended their families with grace, turning what could have been a tense arrangement into something fans celebrated. Photos of Alicia with Swizz's other children smiling together at graduations and birthday parties were held up as proof that it's possible to rewrite the ex's drama narrative. Rumors on the street say that's exactly why the current whispers feel so shocking. If this was any other celebrity, talk of custody might feel routine, but for Alicia, whose reputation is built on harmony, it lands differently. It's like seeing your straight-A neighbor's house on the evening news. You're not just surprised, you're forced to question everything you thought you knew. Fans have even begun revisiting past interviews where Alicia spoke about keeping the kids at the center of every decision. Some interpret those old words as a sign she's already preparing to do the same thing now, only this time under a far more intense spotlight. In the past week, the dueling narratives have been relentless. Some entertainment blogs are doubling down, citing courtroom insiders and documents in progress as proof that custody talks are not only happening but already advanced. In the same news cycle, lifestyle magazines are publishing glowing profiles of Alicia and Swizz's latest joint projects, quoting unnamed friends who insist they're happier than ever. Rumors on the street say this contradiction is what's driving speculation into overdrive. When you have two entirely different versions of reality being sold to the public, people start picking sides and digging for hidden clues to prove they're right. It's like getting two text messages about the same friend. One says they just got engaged, the other says they broke up last week. You can't ignore either, and the only way to make sense of it is to watch every move they make until something confirms your theory. That's where Alicia and Swizz's fans are now glued to their phones, waiting for a post, an unfollow, or even a cryptic lyric drop to tell them which version is the truth. Reports say the press is having a field day, and it's not hard to see why. One morning you open your feed to see glossy magazine spreads captioned, Alicia and Swizz, 15 years of love and music. By lunch, the push notifications have flipped to custody clash brewing behind the smiles. By dinner, another outlet is teasing an exclusive that claims the split talk is overblown. Rumors on the street say this constant back and forth isn't sloppy reporting, it's intentional. Polarized headlines make readers click twice, once to see the happy couple story and again to check if the drama couple angle has any new twists. It's like watching a tennis match where both players are winning at the same time. And in the world of entertainment media, these swings aren't accidents, they're business. The more conflicting the coverage, the more people feel compelled to stay plugged in. You can't just check in once and move on. You have to keep coming back, hoping the next headline will be the one that finally clears things up. Social media has turned into a battlefield. Reports say it's no longer just a conversation, it's a split into camps, each armed with their own proof. Team Alicia frames her as a protective mother, making quiet, strategic moves to shield her kids. Team Orchestrated Narrative sees the whole thing as a PR maneuver designed to position her as the saint in case a bigger story breaks later. Rumors on the street say these debates aren't calm exchanges, they're all-out comment section wars. One person posts a wholesome family photo as evidence of unity, and someone else replies with a side-by-side of that same event next to a cryptic Alicia quote from months earlier. It's like watching two rival sports teams argue over a referee call. No one's gonna change their mind, but everyone feels the need to yell louder just in case. The fury isn't just about the custody rumor, it's about which version of Alicia people believe is the real one. In normal circumstances, Alicia posting a photo from a school drop-off or a Sunday hike would be a sweet, everyday update. Now, it's Exhibit A in the court of public opinion. Rumors on the street say fans are zooming in on backgrounds, counting how many kids are in frame, noting whether Swizz is tagged or not. A missing tag becomes proof of distance. A vague caption becomes code for emotional states. Even the order of posts is being analyzed, as if rearranging them could reveal a hidden timeline. It's turned casual content into a scavenger hunt, where every filter choice and emoji feels like part of a puzzle. And here's the kicker, Alicia knows her followers are looking this closely. Which makes you wonder if she really wanted to shut the chatter down, wouldn't she post something that leaves no room for doubt? The fact that she hasn't, well, that's keeping the detectives on the case. Reports say one post in particular lit up the rumor mill, a mom-son date with her eldest, Egypt. The caption was all about pride, growth, and the strength of their bond. Sweet? Absolutely. But rumors on the street say it read to some as a subtle line in the sand. The wording wasn't just about being a proud parent, it was about being present, about being the one shaping his path day to day. Fans saw it as an intentional message: I'm here, I'm strong, I'm organized. Without ever mentioning the rumors, it felt like a strategic rebuttal to them. In the photos themselves, no group shots, no blended family moments, just Alicia and her son. That selective framing gave the post a sharper edge, turning what could have been a feel-good family moment into a perceived public statement. This is where the whole thing gets its soap opera shine. Just as the divorce and custody rumors hit their stride, Alicia and Swizz publicly celebrated their 15th anniversary, complete with loving captions, shared throwbacks, and even public appearances. Rumors on the street say this front stage display of unity only makes the backstage whispers juicier. It's like watching actors give an emotional curtain call, smiling arm in arm, while insiders swear they're barely speaking backstage. For fans, the anniversary post didn't resolve anything. They doubled the mystery. Was it a genuine celebration, a PR maneuver, or a final farewell disguised as a love letter? In the court of public gossip, no answer is ever final, and that's exactly what keeps everyone refreshing the feed for more. Past drama with Swizz Beatz' previous relationship and Alicia's role in blending that family is back in the narrative. Rumors on the street say that history is being revisited as proof of pattern, and that adds emotional ammo to the current custody whispers. Fans spot Alicia following or unfollowing profiles, selectively liking certain comments. It's not random, it's signal. Rumors on the street say these micro moves have become code in the rumor economy, and every digital breadcrumb is now a hot lead. It's not just family, it's brand equity. Rumors on the street say appearances that should focus on music or art are getting redirected by questions on custody. And that kind of association, it impacts how fans see his future moves, even sponsorships. Photos of Alicia with her stepson KJ celebrating his successes, once a sign of blended harmony, are now being consumed differently. Rumors on the street say context is everything, and what's meant to feel warm is now an ambiguous echo during speculation season. Here's my bold prediction: Alicia Keys isn't stepping back. She's about to drop new content to distract. Expect a heartfelt video message, a live performance packed with meaning, or a family moment so deliberately crafted it rewrites the narrative before whispers turn into headlines. In Hollywood, stories aren't controlled by silence. They're steered by signals. And Alicia, she's a master at sending them.